point back.
Hi y'all, what's up y'all? How everybody doing? Shout out to everybody in the chat with the thumbs jack. And y'all know it ain't over with when they come to the Kenneka case, cause I told y'all you can talk about this case forever. If everybody playing dumb dumb and be like, give some more conspiracy theories and give us some more narrative. Check this out, y'all. Trey Gang feeling it tonight, cause I've been getting some emails. Man, y'all in my email was like, man, Trey Gang, man, you gave up on Kenneka. I'm like, no. They were like, I'm just wondering, cause you know what I'm saying. And I'm like, nah, I ain't never gave up. I just wanted just to break down the Illuminati. Cause when it comes to the Illuminati, that's the reason why I'm still here in the Kenneka GK, cause it's still Illuminati connected with Freemasonry and Eastern Stars, and everybody know who they mammoth is when it comes to a Eastern fucking star. So my point of view was like, well, let's dig into Eastern Star. We ain't gotta think about the Kenneka Jenkins. Let's go to the Eastern Star and let's learn their background and their history. And voila, no coincidence that this shit is connected. I be glad when y'all hit my Gmail and my Facebook and hit me up and message, be like, Trey Gang, I'm still here. I'm waiting on the Kenneka Jenkins case. I'ma give it to you. But when I give it to you, you better soak it up as a sponge, cause you already know when I said, look, y'all, they gonna delete videos. They gonna delete any evidence that got truth in it. Look at it like this here. They gave you a murder weapon, right? This ain't like a murder weapon. A murder weapon, when it comes to Kenneka Jenkins case, everybody seen that zip tie around her neck. So for a prime example, right? If everybody seen that zip tie around her neck, if you didn't see it, Trey Gang, can you show it to me? Yes, I will, so we can get an understanding. Everybody seen the zip tie. Why was a zip tie around her neck? And then the person that locked the kitchen had to lock it from the inside, not the outside of the kitchen, but from the inside, meaning that when he locked the kitchen down, wood double doors, the only exit that he had to leave is the caddy shack into the parking lot. So basically what I'm saying is this. I got to call the mammy out. Man, if you say you justice for Kenneka and you say, man, I want to know what happened to that girl, guess what? Do this. Let's get on the mammy ass first. Once you get on the mammy, you got her nieces, her nephews, her brothers, and you can use all those criminating evidence against this wicked ass family that we thought it was cool because these black people, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Mr. Teresa, black power, bitch. You know, you got black power shit going on with Mr. Teresa. That Mr. Teresa is using Bible quote like this bitch a prophet or none or something. Like, yeah, but God. Appreciate that Tower for reminding me I got to put a disclaimer on this shit. Disclaimer for use education purpose use only. Our rights, image, and music clip belong to their perspective only, and we do not claim ownership. And the reason why we don't claim ownership of this shit. Sign me up right now, goddammit. And we want to spill some real major tea. Cause I'm hostile right now. Man, check this out. I'm like Shaka Zulu. I got war dances over here going on. You know what I'm talking about? You know how like in our generation we got black hoodies on? No, I got feathers around me. God damn it. Check this out, right? Let me switch the screen. So once I switch the screen, right, once you go to this, right, check this out. This at 2 something in the morning. Since you wanna check this out. Miss Teresa playing the game. Miss Teresa playing the game with the public. Can we call her out on her flaws? Can we call the mother out on her flaws? This is the reason why we in conspiracy mode. Cause of the mammy. Cause of the mammy. Man, look, if you still with Kenneka mother, still be with her. Still be with her, follow that lady and all this old shit here. Cause one day you gonna be like, I'm Miss Teresa. I done found out the truth. Now you my biggest enemy. That's what Miss Teresa don't want when everybody wake up and be like, bitch, you done tricked us. Not only you done tricked us, but you done helped us to how the media work. They covered up for you, bitch. And now we see how they cover up for other families all over the fucking United States when they come to this shit. And all on Illuminati connected. How we get Trayvon Martin that's related back to Kenneka family, and I had to trace this shit back to the Jackson family. That's Miss Teresa's brother, Jonathan Jackson, because you got Jonathan Jackson and Jonathan Martin. You got all them, and once you trace that family tree, you'll be like, whoa, this some shit. This is some goddamn shit right here. Hi y'all. Man, let's get the whole 30 likes right quick. Cause you wanna know why I want these 30 likes right now? Because of this. Let me show you this alone. 2 hours off. What time this is? Drop it in my chat, gang. Let's have fun with these goddamn Trevor questions that everybody finna get right. 2 hours off. What time this is? Now we finna bust Miss Teresa ass up with receipts and common sense. And this finna make her really look bad. Cause you're gonna be like, bitch, you came as a Christian hoe and talking about but God. And I remember every quote you said about the Bible. Yeah, I can use that against you now, because when it comes to the court of law, thank God, you know what I'm saying, you got the founding father that made the law, even though they satanic, the law was just basically just to protect their satanic ways, you know. But, you know, let's get to it. Y'all want to get to it? Let's get to it, gang. Matter of fact, this one receipt, 2 hours off, what time this would be? 2 hours off, what time this would be? I wish I would have downloaded that Jeopardy music. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Cause look, when you knock 2 hours off that footage, they go back to 2 o'clock. Wait a minute. If that go back to 2 o'clock, did we all seen balls leave out the hotel with a dude around 116, 113? Left with dude 130, front desk. Check this out. Front desk, panic call. And this at 2, and remind y'all, the court paper said Miss Teresa get the call at 2:30. So this 30 minutes earlier before Miss Teresa actually got the call, because if you go back another hour when she was like, yeah, I had to start timing myself, y'all. So if in case something happened, they can't say that I want remorseful. So I feel myself at 1 something in the morning and said nobody that did nothing to her. So that means Miss Teresa would be in the parking lot actually at 1:30 before all of this and filmed the girl. Don't that make sense? If you go back to Miss Teresa, when she made the live video, right? She tricked us and had us thinking that was on the 10th at 1 something in the morning. It wasn't even 1:30. It was 1:24 when she made that live before 1:30. That was on September the 9th when she dropped Kenneka off with her brothers. And when the detective said and interviewed everybody, the detectives asked them this: where all y'all come from? We all came from the west side from another party. Guess where that party came from? Kenneka mama, Miss Teresa Martin. Fuck you talking about? And let her explain this. Can't call me a liar if these suckers don't respond. And I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. Let's call Mr. Reese out. The lady never said where Kenneka was actually found at. She let the video footage tell us, oh, well, she was found on the lower level, so why the news saying she was found in the lower level basement and all the statements saying she was on the lower level? Miss Teresa, you got some explaining to do. This how you treat the public. This how you treat the public. This how you treat when the JFK was like, yeah, Miss Teresa, man, we can't wait till you go to court. Go to court, get you a lawyer so we could get to the bottom of this shit. The bitch went to an accidental lawyer. News is gonna be she knew they were gonna rule this as an accident, but you got an accident lawyer before they rule this an accident. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Here go a receipt. If Mr. Reese was on the premises 30 minutes before this, because if you watch that footage, you're gonna be like, oh, they came in a couple of cars deep. That's why you got these people split up coming from Southwest Food Court Hall. Oh man, let me turn up right quick. All right, let me turn up right quick. Speaking of zip ties. Right? Everybody saw zip ties around Kenneka neck and was like, whoa. We see zip ties on Kenneka neck. Now check this out. Here go another cold part about this, and this how everybody from look at this different. Do y'all look at this different now? If you did your research, right? And this what you finna find out. You finna find out like this here. Damn. That's why they said Kenneka entered the hotel at 1 something. But she coming in 2 different entries at 1 something. You gotta come in the lobby and you gotta come in the back door. If you wanna add when she first arrived with Shamaya and them, Bree, Monifa. And then you got to add her coming in the lobby with me, with dude. Cause that's the actually truth at 1 something. But that one she coming in the back door, that ain't 1 something. But they're gonna say that's at 1 something. Right? This what Miss Teresa know. She know what's gonna be showed on the footage. So she played everybody like she didn't never saw the footage. She told the world, these people told her daughter wasn't even there and playing with the surveillance footage. All because she needed time for them to edit the footage and to clear her and her family name in the Illuminati. It's crazy. Don't it make sense? If it makes sense, thumb me up. I remember King Rob got videos. When King Rob was making videos, He will go live and expose Mr. Reese, and after that live, he'll delete the video so a lot of people didn't watch the video. See what I'm saying? Check this out, right? Watch this. If this said 2, watch this. Can we all agree if this said 201, right? This said 201. Guess what the security was doing at 201? Matter of fact, now let me just play this video. Let Greg Hughes explain this. Cause he a op. He was helping Mr. Teresa out the whole time with the police department. See,
good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, as the case may be. That's a little flashback from Art Bell. Used to love that guy. Art Bell was into conspiracies, and back then I used to really like those kinds of things. But you know, as I've gotten older, you know, almost every conspiracy can be explained away. You know, some can't. But in this case, I remember early on somebody was showing a video where,
if this is man, Greg Hughes know this at 2 something. The YouTuber know this at 2 something. The Crown Plaza know this at 2 something. But the subscriber, the J4K community know this at 4 something. Won't that make sense? Now, the coldest part about it, watch how Greg Hughes finna break it down, and he finna sound real dumb now. Once you find out this at 2 o'clock, find out that Miss Teresa actually got the call at 2:30, that means an hour later she will get the call. Guess when she'll get the call and what the direction will be? Come to the pool area where the crime scene is at, and let's discuss the camera footage. Appreciate the likes, y'all. That's all I ask. It's your mind. Wake up to this. Look what this sound like. That Greg Hughes know, the Crown Plaza know, Miss Teresa know, the lawyer know what truly time is it. 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock. Since they all know this and we found out, oh, knock 2 hours out the footage, let me listen to this narrative again and let's see what would stick out at 2 o'clock.
one of these guys walked up, grabbed, they claimed to be a cell phone, and he looked kind of dodgy and walked off right there. Well, now that story's morphed into that the security guard comes in, who's in on this big plot of killing Kenneka, and he drops off a cell phone at the front desk.
Kenneka phone.
And Rebri is...
And check this out, and nobody didn't even know there was Kenneka brother in the lobby. Everybody will focus on Kenneka and his crew, but Kenneka brother is with them. So don't the cell phone would make sense? If Kenneka showed up, met up with dude, came in here, who would have possession in the phone and who would be getting the phone? The brother. Payal. Payal. This is what I'm saying. Man, you got to call Miss Teresa. If you don't call Miss Teresa, I'd be like, Miss Teresa, they go Kenny. That's your son right there. He was at the hotel. What's going on? Miss Teresa, you said you got to call at 4:34. But not 2 hours off, 2:34. Because you already filmed it at 1:34. Look.
Is also involved, along with Shemaya and Monifa. But Rebri obviously is the ringleader because she points back and thus has to be involved in some sort of conspiracy to lift Kenneka's cell phone, which the security guard dropped off at the front desk. Let's see if that's real, okay? Let's check it out.
Oh, it's real, because that's why nobody didn't respond on Kenneka's phone. Because guess what? Guess what time somebody had the phone? Can we all agree that Kenneka text her sister? I'm ready to go. They said 120. And then when it come to 158, guess who responded to Kenneka's phone talking about the dick look little? So who had the phone around about this time? See him on the camera. Ain't no rocket science to figure this out.
Play it from the beginning. All right, now this is a group of guys right here. Security guard walks up. He does have something in his hand, as we'll see in a little bit later. And supposedly he drops something off at the front desk. Then Shemaya walks by.
But this at 2 o'clock though. Everything what Mr. Rizzo said, I don't know what was going on in that hotel around about this time. But guess who you see on the footage? That's the crazy part about it. And Mr. Rizzo was here in the parking lot 30 minutes before this. Do that ring a bell, y'all? Call Mr. Rizzo out on this one. Call her out on this one, because I know what I'm talking about now. Mm-hmm. Look.
Monifa and Bree stays behind a little bit. She's a little slower. Okay.
So with that being said, then Friends case sent me a letter and said around about 1 or 2, I proceed to go to the room and I smoke marijuana, drink alcohol from in the room. And he said he was in the room around about this time. So guess what? He was in the room the whole time while Kenneka was getting assaulted. He was the security guard and another security guard just to make sure everybody still maintained in the room till it was okay for, yeah, come on down and y'all say she missing that, yeah. Don't that make sense now? Don't that make sense now? I hope it makes sense, bruh. Cause look what you see on the footage. Listen to what Mr. Rizzo told the world. I needed help. All because the lady needed help. Cause look who you see on the footage. That's why they going to where Kenneka was. You got a brother. You got Bree with a brother. You got Monifa, Shemaya and them. They all with Kenneka and Kenneka brother. And Mr. Rizzo is in the parking lot. Man, that lady was in that parking lot like how police would be. I wouldn't even be surprised that lady had her walkie-talkie and listening to when they were like, stage in the back dock. Yeah, get an ambulance, stage in the back dock and avoid audio. Come, you know what I'm saying, avoid the front of the building. Put that timestamp with that. Gee, once you put your timestamp with that, watch this. 30 minutes after Kenneka being misled to a kitchen area. Look what everybody knows.
It looks like they asked her something, and she points back. Okay, and so she said something to them. Again, so let's put some scary music in here. Listen to that. Ooh. So look at this guy walks up.
Boom!
Grabs the cell phone. Keeps it low. He doesn't want anybody to see it. Look, his head's down. The security.
So, with that being said, Who would have Kenneka phone and would drop it off at the front counter where her brother would be at if the police and the security was not involved at this time? That means Kenneka was salted, security got the phone, and guess what? You gotta pick it up at the front desk. That's what the YouTuber was explaining, but Greg Hughes gonna explain it in another way. But like, yeah, just a misread phone, and y'all got to be crazy to believe this shit. Really? Look.
Camry doesn't want anybody to see it. Oh, doesn't want anybody to see it. They're all laughing because they got away with it.
They got away with it.
Well, you know what? That just isn't what happened, okay?
That just ain't what happened. Cause now y'all like videos and like YouTube, they can break this down. But you got a security guard on the footage with his jacket on, stealing his identity. So watch this. Ask Mr. Risa. Mr. Risa, if you got the call at 4:34, and this what the footage show, where was you was at? Cause I don't want to hear nothing about you got the call at 4:34, cause that already been debunked. Question is, where was you at 2:01? Son in the lobby. Everybody know you in the parking lot. If that's the real reason you would like, show that parking lot footage. Cause you know damn well they ain't finna show that. So you wanna make us to believe, show that footage. Y'all see that they got something to hide, and all the time they got something to hide cause of your part in the footage. Yeah. Look. I tell y'all what, gang. I'm finna mute my microphone. And when I told y'all, I said Mr. Risa gonna have a field day with this. Nobody don't want to watch the footage. But they say they want to know what happened to Kenneka. Everybody want the truth come like a microwave meal. Put it in the microwave for 2 minutes and you got your shit freshly cooked and done. No. 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 You cannot have me go in the grocery store and get me a microwave oven meal. Talking about, yeah, this comes with Salisbury steak, green beans, and corn with mashed potato. And you mean to tell me these real green beans, mashed potato, and with meat? You know it's clone meat. Man, I'm so motherfucking mad right now, gang. Look, I'm so mad. I'm so mad right now because of this. Mr. Risa in the parking lot. Guess what Mr. Risa gonna be at? In the pool area. Guess where the brother finna go to? To his mammy. Guess what the security know? The brother finna go to the mammy, where the sister is, and you got family member going there. Look at this shit.
And let's actually show what really happened here. I've put together a sequence that shows it. Now, what these YouTubers do when they sell these stories is they only show one camera and they explain it the way they want you to believe it. Like, they want you to see it a certain way, so they, the way I just described it, you could see it as being dodgy.
Told you.
Watch, let's just do that part again.
That's why he said that. Look, you can go to this camera and look what it showed, but go to the other cameras at the same time frame. Nobody don't want to watch them cameras. That's how they were getting away with it. Since you see this on the camera, what other camera you need to go to in this same time frame? Nobody don't know. But I want to ask, take a wild guess. If you see this in the lobby, where do you think the action gonna be at? Right? Let's use your brain right quick. Pow! Da na 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 na. You know the man, goddamn. I'm trying to see. I'm trying to see what your man said. So if you see this shit, what do you think was really going on other cameras? That's all I want to know. That's all I want to know. Like for a prime example, I want to know what's going on at the back dock. Since the police was back there searching at the back dock, but guess where the back dock located? Ain't on the main level. It's on the lower level. It's the crazy part about it. Guess where they going? And this at 2 in the morning. This ain't even at 3, cause Keisha and man, they were like, yeah, she came up missing at 3 in the morning. So the news confirmed that Kenneka came up missing at 3 in the morning. You find out stamp, and this at 2 in the morning. Guess who you find out was lying? Guess who you find out that was lying, and guess who helped cover up for the person that was lying? Miss Teresa. The news helped Miss Teresa, covered it up for a crime for the hotel, because they already got the hotel on paid. Right? You don't want to believe this shit. No, you don't want, no. But y'all love Illuminati. Check this out. All because that lady had a zip tie around her neck, and I said, look, y'all, go to the bloodline. This the same shit that King Rob was talking about. This is the crazy part about it. I wouldn't know none about no Illuminati blood ties unless it was documentaries of it. The first documentary that I heard of the Illuminati when Tupac, it was a documentary about Tupac after his death, and they were like, you know, Tupac was sacrificed. I'm like, sacrifice? What the fuck? What you mean he sacrificed, man? Shit. I remember the breaking news. This man was murdered in Las Vegas. Don't know nothing about sacrifice. Don't know nothing about satanic quotes. I heard about it, but don't know the meaning and got deep into it, just like y'all. Check this out. If you go back to the OJ trial, guess who the police that took over the case? This is so crazy. Go look at Ted Bundy. Look at the detective. Look at the United States senators in California at the time. The police chief. Look at the area that he was in committing these crimes. Look at his family tree, and you'll be like, that's why they didn't never talk about Ted Bundy family member. Just look at it like this here. If you come from a royal bloodline from the Bundy's family, and you were just a child so demon possessed and believing in them that you done got out of pocket and started going in and raping college women, because all his victim was college girls and underage girls that was on the loose. So he been proud. But hold up. I can respect when King Rob said this, Donald Trump was in on it. And I'm like, wait a minute, man, this man talking about Donald Trump. I fuck with Donald Trump. Man, I don't grew up on Donald Trump. On all our black news, media, TV shows and all this, man, coming to find out that's why he was blending in with the black people. But them the people that he wanna manipulate. It's all a game. Hold on. Check this out. If you think I'm lying, look at this. This at 2:01. Look what time this is. Let me go to this. Watch this, y'all. Man, this shit finna get so crazy. When I show you, okay, Trey Gang, you showed me what was going on in the lobby. Show me what you talking about. And make me interested. Alright, this how I'm finna do it like this. Right here. Let me go to this playlist. And let's go to her. That's at 2:30. Look, that's at 2:01. If you match 2:01 with this 2:01, ooh, 2:01 with this 2:01. Two hours off the footage. Pow! Hold up. When I say this at 2:01, but this damn show like at 4:01. This at 2:01. Go to her. 2:01.
Just from right here. Okay, see, look at these guys. You see how they're just going to walk up, and then this guy with the white shirt here, look at that. Look at that. Oh, he just steals a cell phone. Look at it. He keeps it low, and his friends are kind of like, did you get that? Oh. And they're laughing, and then they walk off the screen. Oh, wow.
And look what's really going on. Wow. Ooh, wait. See, they all knew the truth. And they had to manipulate y'all. And Trey Gang is the only person in the world that's gonna be like, man, look, y'all. Gaining from this shit. This goddamn Kenneka opened my eyes up because I'm dealing with a spiritual belief in my own personal life. And when that lady was in the news as a girl walked in the freezer, bro, I felt the chemistry. It just puzzled me that we got so much love for Kenneka and her own family don't. Her own family don't even talk about it, but we still do. That's the crazy part. What you talking about? Yeah. This is crazy. It got so crazy that not only is Kenneka Jenkins, this what they fear. If you study the Kenneka Jenkins, you're gonna find out it's a pattern. You finna go back to it. They be like, I remember this murder. Let me go to this murder, and you're gonna be like, damn. Then you're gonna find me like, damn. These families are Freemasonry. No wonder why they get less news press conference on the thing. Bro, man, look. If this at 2, look what this look like at 2 in the morning. Check this out. We're gonna look at this to actually timestamp, the correct timestamp. This is why he'll be running at 2 something in the morning. Look. Let's go before 2 in the morning when Kenneka first arrived at the hotel. Me know what dude. This at 105. Look what this show. 105. Hi y'all. In the door. Finna get exposed. Time finna skip. You got maintenance man coming in. This at one. Look, this one everything going down with Kenneka. 155. You see what? Ooh, that's why he will be responding at 155. If Kenneka came up missing at 1 something, at 113, like her sister said, and at 130, she last contacted her sister at 130, and look at this. 155. Bam! Watch this. 155. Got him getting off on elevator. Then guess where you finna run to? And guess where you finna see him at? Boom. You know what I mean?
You see, that's how it's so.
You don't want to watch that footage now and see like that's how they did us. See that?
Old stuff like that, you know. But let's show the real sequence here. So here's the guys standing there. Security guard walks by. Here's the front desk. There you can see that the manager's right at the end there. So the security guard goes and talks to that person. Shemaya and Munifa were walking by.
I bet you if in the matchup with this, I bet you if in the matchup with this, 201, boom! 201, I bet you matchup with this. Look, earpiece,
Right
in, yeah. In the door.
And Bree heads out this direction. Looks like she does point back right there. And then those guys start walking back at the front desk. And then he's also pointing too, because they asked him at the same time. One of them said, "Hey, do you know where the, whatever, something is?" And he points. And then he says, "Oh, you probably need like a card." Now watch. See what he does with his hand there? Watch that part again.
I wonder why. All because of this shit. Whoa! You can't say Trey don't know what the fuck he talking about, cause look what's happening right here. Once you add this at 2, add this at 2. That cleared Miss Teresa. That just showed, I want to say, I got to call that 434. So when you look at Miss Teresa, like, you be like, well, Miss Teresa, you still going to have to explain because your son's still there 30 minutes before you got the call. You still going to have to explain when you tell a lie, because if you told the truth, you got to tell it one time. But a lie, you got to keep telling the lie, bro. Look, I followed the money. You keep saying Trey ain't followed. I actually did. Check this out. I can pull up right now the money trail. Watch this. I can pull up the money trail right now, and people be like, "Trey gang, you cold, you fat, you done pull up the money game, and I can see the light." But guess what? Guess what? A lot of people ain't gonna want to see the light because they love Miss Teresa. Miss Teresa never had nothing to do with this, her daughter death, and you got to be illusion to think Miss Teresa had some involvement in her fucking daughter death. But if I show the world right now, they won't understand it right now. Them folks, just if you look at my views right now, these people ain't finna understand it right now. Guess what? Boy, when that day come, this same video right here that you see is still gonna be at 201. And that's what they never can take back. Remember when Miss Teresa begged the police, can y'all not show videos of my daughter? That bitch begged the police department not to release it. Check this out. Since Miss Teresa was playing games, right? Miss Teresa was playing games and the police fucked her up when they were like, well, we finna release 36-hour footage. That changed that bitch tune, but like, can y'all not show this certain part of the footage for our safety? And when Miss Teresa was getting threatened, she wasn't getting threatened by the Illuminati. She wasn't getting threatened by Western them. She was getting threatened by the JFK community because we finna turn up on the beach. Fuck you talking about. Fuck you talking about. Look. Let's see how powerful the Kenneka Jenkins case is. What time this is, y'all? Look. Watch this. Check this out. Look what time this is. Everybody know they said this at 1 something. It's gonna show 1 something right here and 12 something. But it's actually 11 something. Kenneka came in, showed up. They offered her a cup. She hold the cup. And took a squeeze, but there wasn't no drugs in the cup. She left. Guess what she would lead to? Shit. The movies ain't showing no more because the last movie showing like around 9, 10, maybe 11. She could have went actually to the movies. At 11, that would be the last showing. Right? It would make sense that she would show up at 1 something. Boom! So when she leave and go to the movies and come back to the hotel, meet up with dude at 1 something, now I understand. Now I understand. Miss Teresa told the world, I don't know none of these people that was at the party. Your son on the foot. You don't know who your son and his friends is? These are the same people that was in the house with Miss Teresa and Kenneka, Bree, all along. That's why they had to delete a lot of video, because they known for going live and be like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we here, you know, we gang. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Look, what this look like, let me go to this here at Tucson. Now I need to go to her. There will be 3. Now this at 1 something. Oh, this even make it more good. Cause if you look at these 2 camera footage, like what Greg Hughes said, you're gonna need the other camera footage to see what everybody else said. Look what this at. If this at 1:54, this a couple of minutes after this. Shit. Man, get those lights up right now. Right now. Look what the timestamp is showing. This at 1:54, 1:55, 1:56, 1:57, 1:58, 1:59, 2 o'clock, 2. That's 7 fucking minutes later for the slow people on the short yellow bus. I had to count that out loud. This is what Miss Teresa knows. Watch this. The crazy part about it, that the hotel admit that Kenneka was in the kitchen with hotel employees. But they never gave you the document who was on the outside of the kitchen. Crazy shit. Still gonna have to explain this shit, Mr. Reese. Oh, since you said, yeah, you know, your daughter was in that kitchen, but look at your family member outside the kitchen when the employee was gonna be in there. Remember the lawsuit? The lawsuit admit, yeah, Kenneka was in the kitchen at what time the lawsuit said Kenneka was in the kitchen? Kenneka came up missing around 3-something. 3-something is 1-something. Miss Teresa gets a call at 2:30. 2:30 is 1:30. Miss Teresa said, I got a call at 4:30. 4:30 is 1:30. Put 1:30 in it, and now you see what the fuck going on with the family on the footage. The Crown Plaza know damn well don't show no employees around about this time. Show these suckers on the footage in case they want to say something. You got a whole family tree on the footage, and look how this playing now. Watch this. What Miss Teresa would be at? What Miss Teresa would be at? Look what this back door would show. And guess what? Miss Teresa would be in the parking lot and drop these bastards off right here, stop it right there, and look at these shit.
He goes, oh yeah, you need a card. And then the guy goes, oh, okay. Here's the card for you. And then the guy in the white shirt comes over, gets the card, and they walk off to go do whatever they were going to do that they needed the card for. Okay, I don't know if it was for using the restroom or to get access to any other area. Who knows? But it has nothing.
Why would you even mention that? They let you look more suspect like that. Well, they need to go to a private area. Fucking mean the private area. That's what she finna end up at. This is where everybody posts up at. At the fucking private area. Cause this is where the private area is. Look, when they described Kenneka rap, they said Kenneka walked to a private area and went down some stairs to a lower level kitchen. What the fuck this look like? What do this look like? If you read the documents of the Kenneka Jenkins case, how would you still let this ride? Guess who daughter this is? You see this fat bitch? Guess who daughter this fat bitch is? Think she cute. Bitch look like a Pokemon. You see this bitch? Look at this bitch. Man, if you seen this whole face with no filter, you swear this Gargamel. You swear it be like that. This Gargamel, I watch this shit when it come to the Purple Smurfs. Look, all these bitches got flaws in their cheeks. They ugly as fuck. Ain't got nothing going on. Hanging with a bunch of bomb ass niggas waiting on to get paid. Especially Miss Teresa. Cause look how Miss Teresa was looking before her daughter died. She looked like a bomb ass bitch too. 8-9 her in that zone in the soup section at the elementary asking the little kid, do you want beans or mashed potatoes? Like this bitch working at a motherfucking Italian restaurant. Yeah, do you want shish kebab? Yes, do you want Italian bread? You know, bitch. Hey, do you want to try new chocolate milk? Chocolate milk, bitch. The fuck is up with you? Yeah, I don't trust a bitch with 8-9 hernets on in the mashed potatoes asking me, do you want beans or corn? I don't trust you. No. Cause I remember when I was in that line, goddamn it, and the motherfucker, and I asked, give me some mashed potatoes, and scoop my mashed potato. It was a half a spoon, but like, damn, you couldn't just scoop the whole, you know what I'm talking about? Like, this is a big ass spoon. This is a soup spoon now. I was expecting you to dig in and, you know, give me a little glob of that shit. Like, cool. I ain't know you gonna scoop the top. You scoop the top. I'm like, damn, this bitch cheat me out my portions, bro. Should I go to the principal or the guidance counselor on this shit? Cause I'm still hungry in third period. Man, these folks thought I was in athletic shape cause they seen my ribs. They seen my ribs. They was like, damn, that nigga body, he could be a boxer. Just don't know I'm fatigued like a motherfucker. I'm about to pass out at this point. I'm about to die. You could put me on the goddamn feed the needed commercial. Can you feed Trey Game? It take 50 cents. We need a bag of rice. That bag of rice will hold Trey Game down for a month. Man, y'all better not. You better you better donate to the meat department because I'm gonna need more than that rice. I appreciate the rice. I fuck the rice up. But keep in mind, I still need protein. The rice give me calories and shit, but I need protein, vitamins. You know what I'm talking about? I need all that. But no, the government was like, just give them the rice and we'll take the meat. Yeah, motherfucker donating, goddamn it, lamb meat, lean meat. I'm like, damn, my good. I'm like, shit. No, they show y'all commercial and y'all be like, yeah, let's have Trey Gang and we finna give his ass 50 cents so he can get a bag of rice. And I'm like, I don't know nothing about this shit. All I just know, I'm locked up because I went to a foreign country and they were like, damn, we ain't gonna feed him. And then I'm like, look at me. I had to use Snoop phone, like, take a picture of my body, man. You see my ribs? They're like, we see your ribs, Trey Gang. Man, my jaw sucked in. I'm looking like Eddie Kane in that motherfucker on The Temptation when he was smoking crack and trying to convince everybody, look at my eyes, man. I'm clean. Shit. I'm in that motherfucker, goddamn, and I'm like, goddamn. I done fucked up and got caught driving with a suspended license in a foreign neighborhood, and they done lock me up and treat me like I'm a terrorist, like I'm a spy. Yeah, we got Trey Gang over here. Y'all care about them, but we ain't feeding them. If you care about them, give us 50 cents, and then you like, yeah, I'm gonna get Trey Gang 50 cents. And you know, it's for a bag of rice, and y'all be like, no, you know, Trey Gang like steaks and shit too. Man, we gotta get our brother some meat over there. You know what I'm saying? We fuck that fucking rice. You know, fuck that. What the fuck y'all gotta? And then next thing you know, man, I'd be goddamn it dying for starvation. Then the autopsy report be like, yeah, he OD'd on white rice. Like what? Yeah, that was a part of the plan, you know what I'm saying? Man, since he couldn't eat nothing else, we fed that nigga white rice and then all the stars got to his heart and shit and busted John like, oh my shit! And then this thing, you know, you don't think it's a murder. You just thought I just ate too much white rice. Cause you donate the 50 cents and they gave me a bag of rice like, let me cook this whole bag of rice like it's ramen noodles or something. Put it in the microwave about 2-3 minutes, you know what I'm talking about? And I'm fucked in the game, you know what I'm talking about? You just don't know what I went through. I had to shit bricks. I'm shitting bricks like, oh shit, goddamn. I'm nervous in the motherfucker. I'm feeling the pain, goddamn it, in my cheek. I'm dropping logs in this motherfucker. I'm like, goddamn, and I'm looking at the log like, damn. These motherfuckers coming out like stones. Like, shit. Can I get a press release on this? Like, y'all, look, I'm dropping logs. I ain't getting my nutrients. You know, these motherfuckers trying to feed me white rice. And then think, you know, they be like, yeah, Trey gonna ask for white rice. Y'all donate the white rice. This is what we gonna feed them. Until Donald Trump say, yeah, they gonna donate to the National Negro Fund. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, you would never heard about this shit, bro. You ain't never heard about this shit, bro. So I'm well fucked in the game. I'm seeing people still look. Check this out. Look what this look like. Boom. Look. You got the whole family outside the rest. Check this out. They outside the private area. Don't this hit different right now? You got the family outside the private area when the hotel said Kenneka will be in the private area roaming around with hotel staff members. Ain't that crazy? That's the crazy part about it. Mr. Reese got to explain. Okay, Mr. Reese, I got the point now. I did so much research and I was trying to get justice for you, Mr. Reese. And guess what I found out, Mr. Reese? Damn, why your family right outside of the private area when your daughter supposed to be roaming around in the private area? Walking down the stairs to the loading dock. Oh, I see. Yeah, you a popo, bitch. You the popo. You the popo. You police like a motherfucker. Not only that you the police, but you the biggest problem in Chicago. Because if your family is well known for when it comes to the GDs and the new breed, not the Vice Lord, not the Vice Lord. Now I understand when it comes to gang documentary, your family guy. Look.
Nothing to do with the cell phone. Okay, so
look.
you play it again, and I won't pause it this time. You can just watch it again. Security guard. Shemaya, Monifa.
This at 2 o'clock. Now look what that 2 o'clock show.
Security guard gets to the front.
So when you go to this 2 o'clock, look at this 2 o'clock show. Boom! Pow! Wham! 205. Then look. Ooh. And guess what this is? This ain't even at 2:30. If you study that footage, Mr. Reese got it. Look, Mr. Reese, wait a minute, Mr. Reese. I was looking in that footage because you said you needed help. And I got the hotel staff dead-handed. But not only did I got the hotel staff red-handed, but your people do too. I mean, oh, I got the hotel. This is what you wanted me to see, like, bam. But you didn't want nobody to add all the footage together at a time frame and play with it. Like, let me put this together, this together. Because when I'm looking at if everybody panic at a certain time frame, put that panic mode in the same time frame. And this is what I got. This is what I got. I want everybody to share and thumb me up. And right now, if you think I'm telling the truth, look, you see this? Boom. And you see this. Watch this. Boom. Oh, wait a minute. You mean it? Oh, no wonder why it skipped. No wonder why this skipped and this still playing. Guess where they going? Where she going? Payal at 125. She was already there. The best friend. Look, they couldn't even keep the light straight. Look, check this out. Look what this footage show like now. This the best friend the whole time. Look. Boom, watch this. Time finna skip. Guess where it finna skip to? 129. That's at 129. Look, 158. This at 158. Look what's going on this camera. At 156. Boom. This at 156 and look at this at 158. And boom. Look. When the time skip again, this at 232. Family and gang members all over the footage with the hotel in the same fucking footage. Hi y'all. Look. And check this out. The reason what I'm showing you this part right here, guess what time this actually is? 1:30. 1:34. That's why Killer family member said, yeah. Y'all remember when a Killer family member reached out to Trey Gang and he was like, Killer was going down there to save her. So I was like, damn, I'm still confused about the timestamp, but it'll make sense now. If it was at 1:34, it would make sense why Killer would be down there trying to save her round about this motherfucking time. Cause this ain't gonna be at no 2:30, no 3:30, or no 4:30. You can't save it at 2:30. Can't save it at 3:30. You damn sure can't save it at 4:30. But you might got a chance at 1:30. See what I'm saying? Look what the footage show. That's why he will be down here. Pie y'all. And then look. Boom. That's where everybody at. Boom. Then you got the maintenance man. Ooh, if you put this at 157 and this, guess what you get? Miss Teresa, I finna bust your whole family tree with this one. Whoa! Stop it right there. Guess what they did? They split everybody up in different timestamps. Show this at this time. Show this at this time. But it's in reality, it's all the same time. Hey, you don't need a maintenance man. Hey, you're gonna need the security guard. Hey, Kenneka walking in the lobby with shelves and kitchen. You got everybody on camera. Only difference is they just showed this at this time. What if I show y'all this was at 156 and boom, this at 156? What it look like now? Pie y'all when you add the shit up. Once you add the shit up, that's why you got this shit. Boom! And guess what time this would be? Guess what time this would be? Boy. Ooh, wee. Let me show y'all what he said.
He has something in his hand. Look at, he just bounces it, keeps it with him, doesn't even drop anything off there. So that part's false about dropping off a cell phone. Okay, then Bree points back because somebody asked her.
So once you saw that, now you understand this. This with this. You see the difference? Boo! Hold on. Look. You know this ain't 5 in the morning. Miss Teresa debunked it. Oh yeah. They supposed to be in the car with Miss Teresa getting dropped off at 5 in the morning. So guess what time this would actually be? Not at no 5. Not at 5. Check this out. On curl. What you may see like a hand in the foot, you know what the best way to solve the case? You ain't even, look, you see them here? Just focus on this. Go to sleep on that tonight and be like, I know this ain't 501 because I heard the 911 call when Miss Teresa said. So this would be impossible. Wow, look, this would be impossible. This would be the truth. But they will be shown with 2 hours off the footage, 56. So when you go back to 156, this would make sense. Boom. You need a maintenance man. Keep this in mind. The girl already somehow in the pool at this time. This is where they posted it. This is where the maintenance man come in there. Pay y'all. Don't the time fits? 156, 156. You ain't got to believe me. Just believe that you saw this. No matter what this time say, Trey Gang say this 156, this 156. Guess who got caught up in the lie? The bitch, Miss Teresa. That's why them hoes quiet on Trey Gang, because I can light their ass up. And when the minute they respond, check this out. Y'all think if Miss Teresa respond to Trey Gang, I'm going to light their whole family up with this? Because that's all I need, just their response gang, because I'm finna tear their ass up with this. I'm finna tear their ass up with this. I'm finna tear their ass up with this. Explain this. Explain this. Check this out. Explain this, Miss Teresa. Guess what time this is? Actually, at 1 o'clock. So basically, they show y'all the truth when it comes to this one. This at 1 something. But when the time skip, boom. They said, look. They said 11:06 and he finna get off work. Shift just changed. Guess what is? Boom. Oh, since he started running, guess what time? 156. So if he started running 156 on this camera finna head towards the kitchen, look where everybody else is hanging out. Pay y'all! Bitches ain't playing with me, bro. Told you. I told you, bro. So when he came running, guess what he was finna run to? Look. Skip, 154, 155, bam. This at 156. Now you know why he was running in that area. Fuck you talking about? Again, 155, 156. Security on the way. We gotta wait on security. Boom. But look, check this out. They show him going in the room, and the time skip again. They showing him coming out the elevator, going back into the laundry room. Shit. Hi, y'all. I just want to get that off my chest, gang. Because y'all know what's finna come after behind this live video. Matter of fact, this is what I'm going to do. Let me end this live and let's put this shit together so everybody can see what the fuck going on with this Jenkins and Martin's family. Bye, y'all.